Monster PI is an app-based, gamified, formative assessment of the word analysis skills for 5th to 8th graders. It provides interpretable score reports to teachers that can inform instruction in vocabulary, reading, and writing. Linked to the Common Core reading and writing standards, it involves a mischievous monster who is wreaking havoc on the city.
I think studies suggest that vocabulary is the single greatest individual factor that predicts students' reading comprehension. And so assessments and instructional methods that target vocabulary and really support students who may or may not have a super strong vocabulary in developing one are very exciting for teaching generally.
Word knowledge, I think, is essential to be an effective writer, as well as to understand and comprehend what you're reading.
Having the students be able to look at an unknown word outside of a context and be able to break it down piece by piece will help them attain and acquire vast amounts of vocabulary throughout their schooling.
One of my favorite parts of this assessment in particular is the emphasis on how words are a code, and that inside of words there are patterns that repeat themselves. And if you help students break this code, they have access to so many more words than they maybe thought they did or originally had.
What's hard about middle school texts tends to be academic language. Academic language is hard because the words that it uses are hard. They're really low frequency, often content-specific words that only show up in certain occasions.
I think that this study can help us as educators to be able to assist our students where they have gaps.
It also makes words fun. It makes this a mystery. It makes it a challenge. It makes it game to try to figure out how to play with words and change words and fix words. And even when students maybe put the wrong suffix ending onto a word, they're experimenting and playing with words and playing with language, which has huge potential for instruction and then has huge potential for learning and developing higher rates of reading comprehension.
It definitely can help me as an educator be more strategic in my focus and how I help my students. It lets me know where their gaps are, what they're missing. So I also think the immediacy of the feedback is very important for us as a teacher. We get the information back more quickly.
We're also able to use computer adapted technology so that therefore kids can take only items that are at their ability level. Another exciting part of the technology is that we can provide real-time feedback to teachers. Teachers don't have to grade all those papers, and they don't have to wait for their scores. We can also provide instructional grouping and other things that are helpful for our teachers as they design their instruction to support kids' learning.
One of the things that we are trying to do is use rich imagery, story, and other media to engage students. At the end, we are hoping the assessment will leave a smile on students' faces.